Staple has a Rebel rebound. Kendall turns and runs. She's not one to slow things down. Another perfect screen by Hatch, and this time it's Tingy with the finish on the left side.
Rich Rebel girls basketball is on.
Brown follows a screen inside right post. She missed the first shot, got her own board, and put it back up and in.
Coming off a second consecutive third-place finish at state, the Rebels return for the 2019-2020 season, with sights taking it to the next level.
Walentine, left corner three, her third triple of the quarter.
Coach Cody Lundgren returns for his 5th season on the bench.
She gets the pass to the right corner, three-point shot off the back of the iron, just missed by inches, but Brown chases down the Rebel rebound.
And with the athletes, the experience, and the will to win, the Rebels are ready to run.
Staple drives and floats from the left baseline and hits it.
MyLocalRadio.com presents Rich Rebel Basketball on KADQ FM 98.3 Rebel Radio, with live streaming video at MyLocalRadio.com.
JC goes free throw line. Hatch pulls the trigger and knocks it down. Sydney Hatch with the bucket.
Rich High School Hoops is presented by Evanston Regional Hospital, Plains Tire of Evanston, by Westar Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, by Come On In of Casper, Auto Farm Chevrolet, the Bear Lake Convention and Visitor Bureau, the store, and by MyLocalRadio.com.
Rebound, Rebels go the other way. Allie Walentine, perfect screen by Sydney Hatch. She just screened off the defense, and Allie finished on the left side with the drive.
And now, Rebel Roundball fans,
The Staple baseline jumper is good.
put on your lucky socks, set your seat to full recline, and get ready to cheer on the Rebels.
Hatch stuffs it. Sydney Hatch having a great couple of series.
As we head courtside to join the play-by-play voice of the Rebels, Ryan STEINECKERT.
Good afternoon, and game 2 of the day for the Rich Rebels coming up against the Saratoga Panthers. Welcome to Rebel High School Basketball, Rich High School Basketball on KADQ FM 98.3 and MyLocalRadio.com. Today, the Rebels took down Little Snake River from 1A Wyoming, and next they'll play Saratoga from 1A Wyoming. See how things turn out. Tip-off set for 30 minutes from now. In the meantime, it's your pregame show. We'll be right back with the Christopher Staple family scene set on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. Evanston Regional Hospital is an affiliate of the University of Utah Health. Our partnership builds on a long tradition of collaboration between Evanston Regional Hospital and University of Utah Health. Inside these doors, our dedicated staff is committed to being your caring partner in your healthcare journey. Whether you need an MRI or surgery, are expecting a new baby, or you're having a heart attack, Evanston Regional Hospital is here to help. Evanston Regional Hospital. Healing begins here.
If the idea of owning your own home in beautiful Bear Lake sounds like more than your finances can handle, visit the experts at Bear Lake Realty to learn how you can make it happen. Gary and Amber McKee at Bear Lake Realty can show you how to buy a home and rent it out, so it pays for itself while you enjoy it some of the time as well. And soon, you'll have your own place in the Caribbean of the Rockies. No one knows the market better, and no one else serves you better than Bear Lake Realty.
Back on the Rebel pregame show, Rich improved to 9-2 earlier today, a 59-36 win over Little Snake River. And next up is the Saratoga Panthers. Welcome to the scene set, brought to you by the Christopher Staple family. Wishing the Rebels the best. And so let's take a look at some information. Now, a little bit of this is outdated, as the offensive points per game and the defensive points per game, that's not updated yet for me. Just no time between finishing up the Little Snake River game, setting up in a different gym, talking with Coach Heather Bartlett of Saratoga, getting ready for this game. I didn't have time to update those numbers, but Rich coming in averaging 49 points a game. They scored 59 against Little Snake River, so that number probably going to be back above 50 points per game. Defensively, that number right about 38.6. They allowed 36 against LSR, so right around there. Bottom line is Rich is winning by an average of about 12 points per game, including today's win, 59-36 over Little Snake River. Rich 9-2, that number correct. They have not played a Region 22 game yet. They'll get started on Region 22 games in about a week, the 17th, 1 week from today, actually, at Tabiona. The girls and boys of Rich open up Region 22 play. Now, last in action, Rich against Little Snake River, as I mentioned it a time or two already, 59-36, Rich with the win. As for Saratoga, they come in averaging about 43 points a game, allowing 52. But they beat Encampment last night in a conference game. Saratoga plays in the 1A Southwest Conference of Wyoming, and they have not qualified for state in a number of years. But last year, we'll hear from Coach Heather Bartlett about how the program is growing. Last year, they got to the regional tournament for the first time in quite a while. Went 0-2 at regionals, but sometimes when a program is down, like 2 years ago, they won just 3 games in 21 tries, and trying to build things back up, but it takes some time. Saratoga, 2 state titles in its history, in 1976 and in 1981, so it's been a number of years. And we'll hear a little bit more about that, about Saratoga and Coach Heather Bartlett a little later on in our pregame show as part of the Town and Country Realty Coaches Show. Now, Saratoga, we do know they come in at 4-5. They beat Encampment last night, score about 51-40. Lost earlier today against the Star Valley JV, 40-31, 41-31, somewhere in there. Coach Bartlett not exactly sure or precise on the score. She said it was about a 9 or 10 point loss against the Star Valley JV. So really, even with that information, it's kind of tough to see where Rich or how Rich and Saratoga may match up. Now, we could say, look at Saratoga played Southeast. Little Snake River also played Southeast. Both teams lost by this score and that score. But I think at this point we don't have any common opponents, so we'll just look at just wait and see, I think, is going to be my policy for this game, Rich versus Saratoga, for today. Now, tip-off may be a little bit late as Cokeville and the Jackson JV just got underway in the fourth quarter, and it's a running clock, actually, so that they may move along pretty quickly. So we'll move along quickly as well in our pregame show. This scene set has been brought to you by Christopher Staple Family, wishing the Rebels the best. We'll be back to hear from our standout student, Haley Davis, when we return on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com. In 4-H, we believe young people have the power and influence to improve the world around us. With hands-on learning and education programs, 4-H members pledge their head to clearer thinking, their heart to greater loyalty, their hands to larger service, and their health to better living. To learn more about 4-H in Rich County, stop by our office in the county building in Randolph or give us a call at 435-793-2435. 4-H, empowering young people with the skills to lead for a lifetime. Back on the Rebel pregame show, Rich taking on Saratoga Panthers this afternoon. The Rebel boys hosting Westside later this afternoon. We'll have that varsity game action for you here on KEDQ and mylocalradio.com. But for now, before the game gets going between Rich and Saratoga, let's jump into our standout student with senior Haley Davis at Ridge High School. Haley, thanks so much for your time.
Yeah, anytime.
How's your senior year going?
It's pretty good. It's going by quick.
Is that a good thing?
Both good and bad.
So going by quick, why is it good and bad?
Yeah, I'm ready to be done, but at the same time, now it's on to college in real life, so that's kind of scary.
So when you think about moving on to college in real life, what is that? Do you have a plan in place? Do you know what you're going to do?
Yeah, my plan for right now is Utah State, and I want to get my bioveterinary degree with a minor in agribusiness.
Is that a bachelor's bio? What did you say?
Bioveterinary. So it's the bachelor's in that, and then if I want to further that to be an actual vet, it's the stepping point to that.
So is that what you want to do, become a vet?
That's kind of what I'm looking at, yeah.
What leads you or kind of takes you in that direction? What do you enjoy about that field or area?
Just the working with animals, just kind of how my background grew up working with animals, and I want to keep doing that.
Tell me a little more about your background. Are you guys on a ranch?
Yeah, we own a ranch in Woodruff.
So have you had much experience then? I mean, I'm assuming you have some experience but tell me about your experience, I guess, with the animals and more of that.
So just working with the ranch, just working with the cows and stuff, and then whenever the vet, the actual vet comes to help us, he usually lets me help him. And
so you've really gotten your hands dirty, quote unquote, so to speak, with that kind of stuff.
Yep, I've done a couple. Like I did a C-section once with him, and then just did like the normal doctoring stuff with him.
Most people probably would go, oh, okay, the vet can take care of that, but you're diving in.
Yeah, that's like ever since I was little, I've wanted to do that.
Well, that's cool. That's so you found something you seem to enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Haley, what are you involved with your senior year?
So I'm the senior class president, and then I'm doing concurrent enrollment, and then like Sterling Scholar, that stuff, and then like the wellness council that's been going on around this year.
So a bunch of stuff.
Yep.
Plus you managed volleyball.
Yep, that too.
As a senior class president, let's do like a mid-year assessment. How are things going?
I think they're pretty good. We got homecoming done with, and so now we're just I'm aiming more towards graduation and like senior trip, kind of planning all that stuff.
I talked to one of your classmates, Elaine Thompson. She was hoping for California for a senior trip. I don't think that's happening, is it?
Well, we kind of looked into it, but then we thought because like it'd have to be a day trip, so we'd be spending more time flying and traveling than actually getting a trip. So I think we're gonna look more at like traveling close by.
Are there some like a few options, like maybe this, or that?
That's what I'm trying to gather right now is just get a couple options we could all pick from.
When you're a senior, you kind of lead the way that school year goes for the school. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
So how's it going? Do you feel like it's been a good school year so far?
Yeah, I think it's been a good school year, and like I'd like to make it a little better because I remember looking back on my freshman year, and my seniors kind of set the tone for the rest of the year, so I'd kind of like that to do with the younger classmen.
I'm trying to come up with how to say it, and then it flows right out. Set the tone. That's what I'm talking about. So that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Haley, you mentioned concurrent classes. Are you getting your associates?
Yep, that's what I plan on doing.
So you'll be ahead a little bit toward the veterinary degree.
Yep, I'll have 2 years down, so I'll jump right into it.
Very good. And you doing the musical?
Nope.
You said that like a very firm nope. Not your thing?
Nope. I'm not big into the whole acting and singing part.
You also mentioned a wellness group or something. Tell me more about that.
So it's just kind of come up this year as we're just kind of get together to find different ideas that we can make the school better and the community better.
And is that like you guys meet once a month or something, or what's the structure been like?
We've only had really one meeting, but it's whenever Mr. Taylor can find a time that works for everybody, we'll just get together and discuss it.
Is there anything else I haven't that you mentioned that we haven't gone into more detail about?
Right, that's been about it in volleyball, but since they're over, I've kind of haven't had to deal with that now, I guess.
The volleyball season, what was that like coming down the wire and getting a lower seed going into state, but then finishing strong?
Getting that lower seed, I wasn't happy about it, but that's just because I like to watch them succeed. But then when we finished with third, I was really happy for them.
What was it like for you guys to having lost at ICS and then you crushed them here during the regular season and then beat them pretty solidly at state?
It was pretty awesome, and I wasn't on the court playing with them, but it was still awesome to watch.
Big thing to celebrate. As a team, you're part of that.
Yep.
Anything else about you? Like, do you play any instruments, have any other hobbies we haven't touched on?
Nope, I don't think so.
The ranch keeps you busy.
Pretty much, yeah.
What's your favorite job on the ranch?
Probably just chasing cows and getting to like ride your horse anywhere.
A lot of freedom in that?
Yep. What's
the worst job?
I would probably have to say fencing.
Some people might say calving out in the winter, the cold, the wet, but for you it's fencing.
Yep. I like calving because I can mess with the little calves now, but fencing, I mean, it's nice to be out there, but at the same time, I hate it.
Okay. Well, what's your last question then? What's your favorite thing about being a rich rebel?
I'd probably just have to say the pride that comes with it. You get to say that you're from Rich, and everybody can say, "Oh, I know them," based on like how much spirit they have.
Haley Davis, a senior at Rich High School. Thanks so much for your time, and good luck with the rest of your senior year and moving forward.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Haley. That's your standout student moving along as this the JV, the Jackson JV against Cokeville's varsity, a blowout, 61-15, Cokeville winning. So Rebel girls will start at 4:30, our tip-off, and we'll continue on with our pregame show. Next up is the Town & Country Realty Coaches Show. We'll hear from each of the coaches when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. Pam Cornea with Town & Country Realty in beautiful Bear Lake enthusiastically supports the Rich High Rebels.
After all, I raised 4 of them, from football, basketball, wrestling to volleyball. I supported them all. I bleed blue.
The Caribbean of the Rockies, Bear Lake, offers a variety of activities in every season. Pam would love to assist you in finding your own Bear Lake retreat. Call her today, 435-779-0012.
This is a Lady Rebel basketball coach, Cody Lundgren, and you're tuned in to the pregame show on Rebel Radio. Opening tip is less than 20 minutes away on KADQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video at mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to the Cody Lundgren Coaches Show, brought to you by Town & Country Realty, selling Bear Lake in Utah and Idaho. Call Pam Cornea today, 435-779-0012. The Saratoga Panthers come in off a loss against Star Valley's JV team by 9 or 10 points earlier today. So both teams have already played one. Depth may play a factor in today's outcome. And no one sees the game the way the coaches do, so we'll take a few minutes to visit with opposing coach Heather Bartlett, and then we'll talk to Rebel head man Cody Lundgren and get his thoughts on today's game with Saratoga. We'll be right back with more of Rich Rebel basketball on KDQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video at mylocalradio.com.
You're invited to come in and visit with the team at Cache Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley today. Our customers are our friends. If you haven't ever been in, stop in today. We'd love to get to know you. If you haven't been in for a while, stop in and let's get caught up. And if you were here yesterday, come back again soon. You always have an open invitation to visit the crew at Cache Honda Yamaha, where our customers are our friends, on US 91 between Logan and Smithfield.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
With Heather Bartlett, head coach of the Saratoga Panthers. Coach, thanks for your time.
Yes, no problem. Happy to be here.
Tell me about yourself a little bit. How did you, where are you from? Where did you grow up? High school, and then how did you end up coaching Saratoga?
Okay. I actually grew up in Encampment, which is about 20 miles south of Saratoga. And then, interestingly enough, we actually lived in Cokeville for 4 years, and I coached the junior high girls in Cokeville, early 2000s. Then we moved back home, and I got a job as a special education teacher in Saratoga, and then took over their program. I coached junior high boys for a long time before I took over this program, though. So,
how's the program going? How's the team?
When I took over, it was a pretty weak program, and it's taken about. We finally feel like we're honored. We made it to regionals last year, which was a big accomplishment. They hadn't made it for a long time. We got a good conference win last night, actually, and we feel like we're on a good roll. We feel like we're starting to build the program that we want. So,
now I notice your team, a good rebounding team. You're one of the top teams in 1A Wyoming.
Yeah, and we have two girls that rebound a lot for us. The primary one, though, is Whitney Bennett. She's a 9th grader. She's a real natural raw talent, that very naturally gifted, and she pulls a lot of rebounds down for us.
You mentioned Whitney as a 9th grader, but what experience, she obviously isn't one, what experience do you have coming back varsity from last year?
Her older sister Taylor has been playing for us for a couple, on the varsity for a couple years. And she's not as much of a standout player as Whitney is. She's just a real steady, doesn't make very many mistakes, real even keel kind of player for us. And then we have Micaiah Johnson, who unfortunately, she put a lot of time into basketball, tore her ACL really bad last year, had another knee injury this summer, and just kind of came back this year and has been holding on. And then we have Jenna Dew, who contributes some for us too.
What kind of things, what are you good at? We talked about the rebounds. What else is this team doing well?
Our offense is good sometimes. Sometimes we get up into the 60s with our scoring. We average probably 50 points a game. Whitney, again, our freshman, can score a lot when she finishes well.
Things that you're struggling with, you need to get better at?
Defense seems to be a weakness that we've really been making that a point of emphasis really at this tournament, because that seems to be what we've been weak at so far this year. We just tend to let people score more on us, than other teams that play them. Sometimes we win the game, but we'll still let the other team score more than we want. So we've got to work on that more.
Gotcha. Coach, do you know anything about Rich? I know with tournaments like this, it's kind of, you got to worry about yourself and think about other teams maybe just a little bit, but do you know anything about the Rebels?
I know the Cokeville coaches pretty well, and I saw them at a Shoshone tournament, and they gave me a little bit of a scouting report. We know there's a couple real good guards, and then I just watched them a minute ago. So we saw they have some pretty solid guards that can drive and shoot and dish, but that's all I really know.
So any idea of a game plan or what you want to see your girls do against Rich?
Well, we are, like I say, we're making our defense a point of emphasis at this tournament, so we want to play, and we're really working on our man-to-man defense. So we're gonna, and this tournament really, it's just a practice for us. We got a conference win last night, so we're just concentrating on improving ourselves right now, and we really want to improve our man-to-man defense, and that's what we're going to work on this game.
Coach, anything else you want to touch on?
No, I don't think so. That's it.
Heather Bartlett, head coach of the Saratoga Panthers. Thanks so much for your time. Good luck today and throughout the rest of the season.
No problem. Happy to do it.
Thanks so much to Coach Heather Bartlett of the Saratoga Panthers. Moving forward in our pregame show and the Town and Country Realty Coaches Show, I think we'll have to skip Coach Cody Lundgren's interview, but we'll hear from him tomorrow prior to the girls' game against Farson Eden. In the meantime, we'll continue on, and we'll have your Town of Laketown Ledger, the keys of the game, brought to you by Thompson Ranch, and more when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper.
Success is no accident. It comes from constant hard work, perseverance, sacrifice, and learning from failure. Laketown Mayor Burdette Weston and council members Dallas Clark, Chris Hodges, Gary Ogilvie, and Delora White encourage the Rich High Rebels to continue to do whatever it takes to succeed in academics, activities, and athletics. The Town Council and citizens of Laketown celebrate the success of all the students and staff in the Rich School District.
Back at Kemmerer High School in the Fossil Classic, Ryan Steineckert here in the auxiliary gym. The Rebels beat Little Snake River earlier today in the main gym. Final score in that one was 59-36. Rich JV team took on the Star Valley sophomore team at the Canyon Gym between that last varsity game and the game just about to take place, and they won by 30 points or so. Rich was up big time in the second at halftime. Let me see, I can tell you here in a second. The score at the half, Rich was up 27-9 and went on to win big in that game. So Rebel varsity taking on the Saratoga Panthers from 1A Southwest Wyoming. And let's take a look at the Laketown Ledger. And looking at that, I don't have any time that Rich has played Saratoga. Now, again, my records go to the 2001-02 season, and between then and now, Rich has not played Saratoga. They may have played prior to that, but we're just unaware of that. So the series, no wins, no losses for either team. This will be the first matchup, to my knowledge, between Rich and Saratoga. That's your Laketown Ledger, brought to you by the Town of Laketown. Good luck, Rebels, from Mayor Burdette Weston, council members Dallas Clark, Chris Hodges, Eldon Robinson, and Delora White. And on to the Lazy BT brand keys of the game, Thompson Ranch. Rebels have got to play fast, number one, and that was key against Little Snake River, and will be key some more today. Rich has more depth than Saratoga does. They had more depth than Little Snake River did, and with both these teams already having played a game, a varsity game and a freshman game today, that depth may play a big part of it, or a big factor. Also, the level of play when Rich plays at its fastest is, I think, a faster level than what Saratoga may be accustomed to, scoring 43 points a game and allowing 52. So if Rich can play fast, that would certainly play to their advantage. The golden rule is, of course, treat the ball like gold. That rock is gold, and Rebels have to take care of it, limit turnovers. And number 3, the battle of the boards. Much like LSR, Saratoga is a good rebounding team. They're 4th in Wyoming at 36 rebounds a game and average almost 17 offensive boards per game. That could have been a problem against Little Snake River. Rich allowed too many offensive rebounds, and that helped LSR stay in it for much of the first half. And if Rich gives up a lot of offensive rebounds today against Saratoga, it could be more of the same. Thank you. So they've got to keep Saratoga off the offensive glass and get some offensive rebounds of their own to get those second chance points. So those are your 3 keys of the game: play fast, the golden rule, and battle of the boards. Brought to you by Thompson Ranch and the Lazy BT brand. Wishing the Rebels good luck. Old Chicago pregame slice. That's the Old Chicago Pizza at 795 East 1400 North in Logan. Pizzas and more, built from scratch, one delicious fresh ingredient at a time. Gary, have you been to the Old Chicago Pizza yet in Logan? And what'd you get? The sandwiches, yeah. Yeah, if you go, next time you go, if you like, they have some Italian nachos. There's a little bit of spice to them with the peppers and so. Anyway, that's what I recommend. They're fantastic at Old Chicago Pizza. The Rebels, the designated home team for this one, they'll be attacking I think the basket to our left. If we're here in the auxiliary gym at KEMMERER High School, and Saratoga, their colors purple and gold. They're the Panthers. They play in 1A Southwest Wyoming, coming in at 4-5. Heather Bartlett in her 4th year as head coach of this Panthers program. They've struggled for quite a number of years after 2 state titles back in the late 70s and early 80s, but hadn't even qualified for the regional tournament until last year, where they went 0-2 at regionals. And again, scoring about 43 points a game, allowing 52. They're the designated road team, so they'll be in the purple jerseys with gold and a little bit of black. It looks quite similar, actually, to the Wayne Badgers, so maybe picture that a little bit. That's your Old Chicago Pizza pregame slice at 795 East 1400 North in Logan. And your Town of Woodruff starters, brought to you by Mayor Scott Sabie, council members Millie Bradshaw, Raymond Franson, Ken Stewart, and Jason Peterson, with Secretary Lisa Bell. The designated visitors, Saratoga Panthers, will start at junior number 4, Tasia Daly, junior number 5, Savannah Wells, a senior number 10, Jenna Dew, senior number 15, Taylor Bennett, and a freshman number 20, Whitney Bennett. The freshmen, Taylor and Whitney, are sisters. Taylor, the senior, the steady, even keel, doesn't make mistakes. Pretty solid, 6.5 points, 5.5 rebounds. Whitney Bennett, a little more explosive player inside, 12 points, 11 rebounds per game, double-double on average as a freshman. That's certainly somebody Rich will have to try to keep off the glass, off the boards, and control a bit to win this game. So a tough Saratoga team. The Rebels, a designated home team, start juniors number 1, McKenna Stacy, and number 2, Sage Tingy. Seniors number 5, Allie Wallenstein, and 32, Sydney Hatch, and junior number 35, J.C. Cornea. Those are your starting lineups, brought to you by the Town of Woodruff. And for your tip-off, brought to you by Sabie Trucking, Scott and Diana Sabie. Sydney Hatch against, looks like, Taylor Bennett. Trying to see a number there. She's standing sideways to me, so I can't quite see. I think it is number 15, Taylor Bennett. Fix that station on main scoreboard. If you're watching online at mylocalradio.com, we welcome you tuned in. Here's the tip, and Stacy wins it as Hatch got the tip. Rebels go down inside, and Hatch finishes. Great pass from J.C. Cornea, and Rich takes advantage. There's play fast right there. One of our BT Ranch, or BT Lazy BT brand keys of the game, Thompson Ranch. Rich up 2-0 on the station on main scoreboard. A little pick and roll down on the left side. Cornea blocks a shot, but she also got an arm, and Savannah Wells will head to the line and shoot 2. 7:37 left, first quarter. We're just underway, and first free throws of the game coming. Saratoga attacking left to right. If you're tuned in on mylocalradio.com, they're in the purples. Almost looks blue on your screen, I think. But Rebels in the home whites. Wells hits the first, rolls around and down through. She averages 9 points, 4 rebounds, and three steals per game. Rich will have to be aware of that. Watch out for her in those passing lanes. Hits both free throws, the second one around and down. Wallenstein on the right wing. Saratoga in a man-to-man. Cornea at the top of the key to Stacy. Fakes a shot, finds a lane all the way to the hoop. Right hand up and in with the layup. Rich on top for 2. Saratoga has struggled defensively this year, allowing almost 60 points, well, 52, so almost 55 points a game. Another drive and another foul will send Savannah Wells right back to the line for 2 more free throws. And I think it may be J.C. Cornea's second, as Coach Lundgren says, Ellie, let's go. So Cornea gets 45 seconds into minute number 1, picks up her second. Oh, that's her first. Did they give the other one to somebody else? Oh, they just hadn't updated the scoreboard yet. Yeah, okay, there it is. Now it updates on the scoreboard. And Cornea does have 2 fouls, so she takes a seat on the bench. Ellie Brown, who had 12 rebounds against Little Snake River earlier today, including 5 on the offensive glass, takes her spot. Savannah Wells misses the front end and misses the back end short. 4-2, the score remains. Ellie Brown with the Rebel rebound. To Stacy on the left wing. Crossover dribble into the lane, dishes across to Tingy, right side. Sage drives through the lane, splits a couple defenders, and earns a trip of her own to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Rebels attacking the hoop in a way early in this game that they did not against Little Snake River. And Rich only shot 2 free throws in the entire first half earlier today against the Rattlers. And so they'll match that right here with this trip to the line for Sage Tingy. She knocks the first one down. Rebels average about 17 free throw attempts per game, I think is what I figured out coming into the weekend. Tingy hits both of them. She's about a 55% free throw shooter, but comfortably steps up and knocks those 2 down, and Rich leads 6-2 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Wells on the right wing, bounces to Whitney Bennett. The freshman out on the right wing. Not real big, but again, she's an explosive scorer inside, and Taylor Bennett misses the shot. No, that was not Taylor. That was Jenna Dew who missed it. Offensive rebound for Tasia Daly, and she's fouled. And, boy, Saratoga finding its way to the free throw line early and often already. We're a minute and 12 seconds in, and already this will be free throws 5 and 6 for Saratoga. Daly, first attempt, back iron and down through. Rebel girls tomorrow will take on Farson Eden, and our pregame coverage starts at 2:20 for that broadcast, that game. Long rebound off the back iron and a fight for it. Jump ball, possession arrow, Saratoga. 6-3, Rich on top on the Station on Main scoreboard, just underway in the first quarter. Rebel JV team beat Star Valley sophomores pretty handily earlier. Bennett shoots and misses from the right angle. Long rebound. Sage Tingy on it, and a jump ball as Taylor Bennett had an arm reached through and a fingertip on the basketball. Possession arrow to the Rebels. Mound Valley Cattle Company jump ball brought to you by Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. Stacy and the Rebels attacking right to left if you're tuned in online at mylocalradio.com or listening on KADQ. Brown finds Stacy down on the right baseline. Long jumper, 15-footer swish. Nothing but net. 8-3, Rich leads. Tingy ended up on the floor after setting a screen on that play against Little Snake River. That would have been a foul on Tingy. Down on the left baseline, Whitney misses just short. That's Whitney Bennett. We're going to probably refer to Whitney and Taylor Bennett as Whitney and Taylor just to differentiate the two. Maybe the older and younger. Taylor the older, Whitney the younger. Rebels get the rebound, turn it up court, and they tried to push, but the defense got back, so Rich resets in the half court. Stacy finds a lane, drives, dishes off. Hatch can't quite finish. A fight for the rebound. Brown and Bennett tied up. That was Whitney Bennett for another Mound Valley Cattle Company jump ball. Rich just got the jump ball down here to go that way, so it is possession arrow to Saratoga. Would have been a candidate for the McKay Frankham Dental Services precision play of the game, but a little too much defense on the shot, and Sydney Hatch couldn't get it to go. Out on the left wing, Wells bounces inside. Wallentine steps in front for a Rich County Government steal. Bennett takes it right back, misses the layup on the right side. Hotly contested. She gets her own rebound, misses that short, and McKenna Stacy has the Rebel rebound. Stacy, baseball pass up ahead, looking for Sydney Hatch. It's deflected, saved to Wallentine. Allie drives, floats with the right hand, and misses short. And the rebound to Jenna Dew of Saratoga. Up to the right wing. Dew. Make that Daly. Nope, that's Wells. Third time's a charm on getting who the right player is. Here's Bennett, right wing three, got it. Taylor Bennett from downtown. Rebels gave her the space, and she took advantage of it. 8-6, Rebel lead is 2. Wallentine for 3. Off the back iron. Tingy the rebound, goes up strong. She's fouled, and will shoot 2 more free throws. Tingy is 2 for 2 at the line already in this first quarter. The foul, Jenna Dew. Whitney Bennett in there on the defense as well, but she had hands straight in the air. So Tingy at the line. First one rattles home. That was a nice shot, though that's the wow. Okay, yeah. 4:46 left in the first. Rich Rebels. Tingy misses the second one, so she's 3 of 4 in the game at the free throw line. Bear Lake Realty free throw line, and a double dribble. Whitney Bennett weaving through traffic. Both teams, as far as I can tell, have taken care of the ball pretty well so far. Turnovers at a minimum at this point. Rebels lead 9-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Stacy across the timeline to the high free throw line. Hatch inside. Wallenstein back out. Tingy long to left wing. Off the iron. Rebound tipped out by Tingy down past the baseline. And it's, Saratoga ball. I thought Tingy hit it off of Saratoga's hand, but the Rebels will get it. So Stacy with the Crawford Trump and Randolph inbound play. Tingy gives to Stacy. McKenna drives. She's hit hard, almost finished as she's knocked to the floor. Strong foul by Whitney Bennett, I believe. Yes, indeed. The freshman. Oh, boy, is that her second? If that's her second, that might cost Saratoga, at least early on here. It is. Saratoga's Whitney Bennett, the leading scorer and leading rebounder for this Panthers team with 2 fouls already. 4:21 left in the first, and Stacy hits the first of 2 Bear Lake Realty free throws. McKenna against Little Snake River, 23 points, 9 rebounds. She was 2 for 2 from the free throw line. That approaches her career high. She scored 27, I think 3 different times against Manila and Westside both last year. Well, she scored 25 against Bear Lake earlier this year. Hits both free throws and makes it 11-6. Rich on top by 5. Down inside, Wells trying to pull it in with one hand. Can't quite corral it, and the Panthers lose it out of bounds on the baseline. Rebel basketball. Stacy to Wallenstein, fires inside to Brown in the paint. She makes a nice move, gets around the D, misses the shot, fights for the rebound, and it's ripped away by Tasia Daly. Good board by Daly. Brown, though, returns the favor and comes up with a Rich County government steal. Rebels with a championship cause. Stacy drives, draws in the D, dishes off to Hatch for the easy 2. Nice pass, and Hatch has 4 points, 13-6. Rebels on top. Hot pass inside. Turn and shoot. Jenna Dew misses. Rebound on the floor, and Brown rips it away. Boy, she's on a personal mission to pull down as many rebounds as she can, and pulls down another one there for Rich. Stacy crosses over into the lane, all the way to the hoop, up off the window and in. Coach Lundgren says good take, and the Rebels have built a 9-point lead, 15-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard here in the first quarter with 3 minutes left. Now, one point to note that in Wyoming, if a team gets up by, I think it's 30 points, then they put in a running clock. Out down on the right side, Savannah Wells misses. I'm probably getting way ahead of myself. It's only a 9-point game, but it is something to be aware of as Cokeville induced a running clock. The girls did against Jackson's JV earlier today. In fact, that was the game prior to this one. Savannah Wells back to the free throw line. She's 2 of 4 so far in the game, make it 2 of 5 as she misses the front end off the left iron. 2:55 left first quarter, 15-6. Rich on top. Rebels 5 of 6 so far at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Sydney Hatch pulls down the rebound on the miss, and Saratoga, a very different, where the Rebels are 5 of 6, Saratoga 3 of 8. Stacy to Hatch, the top of the key. Right wing, Tingy bounces inside looking for Brown. Great pass, got it past the defense, but Brown misses just short. And the rebound, Taylor Bennett of Saratoga. Pushing the tempo to the left side. Wallenstein got back on the D. Michaela Johnson misses short. It's Micaiah Johnson, missed short, got her own rebound and traveled. Saratoga, that's a 4th turnover already in this first quarter. 2:28 left in the first, and Rich on top, 15-6. Stacy, Wallenstein, Hatch, Tingy, and Brown on the floor. Cornea with 2 fouls. Got just a minute of game time. Tingy, long 2 from the right wing. 2 long air balls. Stacy chases it down and saves it for the Rebels. Back outside to Wallenstein. A-Wall, right wing to Tingy. Defense goes for the steal. Sage goes to the hole, hits, and do they count it? No, it was on the floor. Sage headed to the free throw line. She was hoping she'd get the shot. the and one, but no, the foul came a little bit too early. The official, in fact, had to say no on the floor to the scorekeeper. Crawford Trough and Randolph inbound play. Stacy looking for Hatch, poked away, back out of bounds, and Rich will set it up and do it again. Stacy this time out by the corner, looks in for Brown, tipped right back to Stacy. She comes in, sets up, and knocks down a 15-foot jumper from the baseline. 17-6. McKenna with 2-4-6, 8 points in the first quarter, and Rich on top by 11 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Kendall Staple over to the scores table to check in. On the left wing, Micaiah Johnson, the senior, dribbles to her left. Gives back outside to Bennett. Taylor holds, looks, lobs into the middle, and Johnson gets it. Tingy meets her, steals it away, rips it apart, and dishes off to Stacy. McKenna dribbles all the way, coast to coast. Sydney Hatch with the screen to give Stacy a little bit of a crease to get through and to the hoop for the basket. I wish you could give Hatch an assist on that play. That was just a great screen by Sydney. Down inside, Allie Wallenstein knocks the ball loose. It's on the floor. Stacy picks it up. She's got Hatch out in front. Sydney released quickly. Will go get the pass, go to the hole, and miss, but get her own rebound. Hatch holds, dishes off to Stacy. Ball poked away, but McKenna maintains control and gets it back. Then to Wallenstein. Left wing three. Swish. AWOL with the triple. Brought to you by Pro Physical Therapy. 22-6. Rebels mounting or putting up a huge lead already in this first quarter. Down to the right baseline. Wells passes back outside. Stacy tipped it. She thought it then went off of Micaiah Johnson, but doesn't get that call. And McKee checks in. TJ's already played a bunch of a varsity game, a bunch of a JV game, and now she's back in for more of a varsity game. 39 seconds left in this first quarter. Rich on top, 22-6. Into the middle. Brown, the defense just dribbled right into her. She grabbed the ball and took it away. Ellie Brown already with a couple of steals and a handful of rebounds. Brown right corner to TJ. McKee with 24 seconds in the first quarter, and Rich on top already by 16. Wallenstein on the left wing. Looking right side, long pass to McKee. TJ dribbles, finds a lane, then dishes off at the last second to Staple for the 10-footer from the baseline. No, but Sydney Hatch the offensive board, and she travels before she can give the pass off. So the Saratoga Panthers set up against some Rebel full court pressure, probably more than anything to prevent Saratoga from getting an easy look with time running down. 4-3, Whitney Bennett blocked. No, Taylor Bennett blocked but fouled. Maybe a hand on the body because the block on top looked clean, and that's indeed what the official indicates. A block or a push on the body. And it's Allie Wallenstein's first. Sends Taylor Bennett to the line to shoot two, and she breaks what was not a good streak of the Saratoga had missed 5 of its last 6 free throws before Bennett's make moments ago. 2.1 seconds left in the first. We'll see what Rich does with that 2.1 after this free throw. Bennett, a senior, gets the second free throw to go as well. 22-8. Quick inbound, and TJ looks at the clock and kind of smiles, picks up the pace a little bit and says, no, I'm not going to shoot that. 22-8 at the end of one. Second quarter coming up when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. Rebels on top.
It's human nature to think the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. That's not always true, especially when it comes to buying vehicles. This is Dennis Lynch, General Manager at Auto Farm Chevrolet. Dealerships pay the same price for new vehicles across America. The fact is, the best deals are right here, in your own backyard. The difference is that our employees are your neighbors, people you can trust. Please visit us first, Auto Farm Chevrolet. We are your community-driven dealer.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
Rich took care of the ball well, rebounded well, got some offensive boards, second chance points, hit 5 of 6 free throws, got some layups, some good plays, and Rebels lead consequently 22 to 8 as we get set to start second quarter action, brought to you by Stacy's Repair in Woodruff. Need a repair? Take it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff. Rebels come out with Wallentine, Lamborn. That's Brittany Lamborn making her first appearance in varsity action today. Sydney Hatch, Kendall Staple, and TJ McKee. McKee receives the inbound from Staple. To Staple on the right wing, back to McKee around the top of the arc. Saratoga started in a man-to-man. They've switched to a 2-3 zone. Wallentine works around the arc and then shoots a long two, misses, but the rebound. Whitney Bennett had it. Hatch tied her up for a Mound Valley Cattle Company jump ball, but possession arrow gives it to Saratoga. To the left wing, give and go. Wallentine gets a hand on it, but can't take it away. Back into the hands of Tasia Daly. Left baseline jumper. No rebound. Taylor Bennett. She rips it around, or away. Whitney Bennett, rather, rips it away from the defense. Then turns, shoots, and misses. Wallentine with the Rebel rebound. AWOL lobs inside for Lamborn. Brittany, a couple of dribbles. Defense comes and hits her. And it'll be, I think, Savannah Wells picking up her first personal foul. Not a lot of fouls so far in this one. Rebels with just 4 team fouls. They get 5 team fouls. That's a 5th team foul on the Panthers. TJ, left wing. Dribbles to the corner, then back out to the top. Left wing, Staple. Rebels working around the arc against the 2-3 zone. Wallentine steps into a 3-point shot, misses off the iron. Rebound tipped by Jenna Dew. Out of bounds off Saratoga. Rebel basketball. Into the game, Samantha Duke, a junior for Saratoga. Also in there for the first time, Shelby Notwell, a freshman. McKee inbounds and almost poked away by Notwell. Out of bounds, and Rich will try it again. Wallentine gets set to inbound this time. AWOL on the Crawford Trough and Randolph inbound play. Gets the ball back, drives into the lane, floats and hits, rattles it home from just inside the free throw line. Wallentine with 5, and Rich leads 24-8 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Quickly to the other end, Notwell open, misses short from deep 2 on the right wing, and Kendall Staple has the Rebel board. Dribbles up court to the top of the key, gives to McKee. TJ dribbles left and dishes off. Staple down to the baseline, cut off, bounces a wraparound pass to Hatch, and she's wrapped up for another Mound Valley Cattle Company jump ball. Leads to a possession arrow for the Rebels, and Rich inbounds. Crawford Trough and Randolph inbound play. Crawford Trough open today from 11 to 7. Bounce into Lamborn, but it's poked away by Notwell. No, that's Bennett, rather. She'll dribble all the way up to the other end and miss the jumper. Offensive rebound pulled down by Duke. Can't get that shot to go. Rebound chased for. Staple had it and lost her balance on the sideline. Lost the ball as well. Saratoga with it. 6:19 left, second quarter. Brought to you by Stacy's Repair. Into Bennett. She hasn't scored yet. Leads this team with 12 points a game. Down on the left baseline. Daly passes to Notwell. Her shot blocked, but an arm as well for TJ McKee on the defense. And that'll send Saratoga back to the free throw line, where already they've attempted 10 free throws. This will be numbers 11 and 12, and it's Shelby Notwell at the line. Swishes the first. Saratoga with 1 field goal so far in the game. 6 points from the free throw line. Tingy and Stacy check back in, as does, well, for the first time in this game, Mackenzie Smith. We saw her play a little bit against Little Snake River. Notwell, the second free throw attempt coming, and the freshman can't get the second one to go. Hatch with a strong rebound for Rich. Pressured, but she gets it off to Sage Tingy. Quickly up ahead to Stacy on the right wing. Rebels working around, left wing, Tingy long 2, misses off the glass. Rebound, Stacy tips it away from the defense, but can't control it, and Duke has it for Saratoga. Notwell trapped at the top, or at the timeline, barely gets it away to Bennett. Rebels double team her. She'll dribble around the baseline, get past the D, miss the shot, offensive board, and fouled on the putback attempt. Kendall Staple picks up her first personal foul. It was a little bit sloppy there in more ways than one. More ways than one. Free throw. Whitney Bennett hits. That's her first point of the game. Taylor Bennett comes to check back in. And Tasia Daly gets a breather. Whitney Bennett, second free throw coming up. And she can't get that one to go. Back iron, and Kendall Staple with the Rebel rebound, her second. 24-10. Rebels on top by 14. Staple hands off to Stacy. McKenna left wing. Tingy back to Stacy against the 2-3 zone. Rotating quickly. Rebels working around left wing. Stacy fakes the shot. Steps to one dribble in and shoots the 15-foot jumper. The 2-point shot from the left wing and hits. McKenna has 14. And Rich leads 26-10. Bennett gets away with a travel. Dribbles to her right. Through some traffic and then kicks it back outside to Do. Jenna, the top of the key. Bennett again to Do and then to Bennett. Whitney starts to her left, back to her right, then again to her left. Picks up the dribble and kicks it outside. Notwell tries the drive, cut off. Stacy picks up a loose ball. Rich County Government steal. McKenna all the way, coast to coast, lays it in easily. And McKenna has 16, 28-10. Rebels on top by 18 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And the Stacy's Repair second quarter. Sage Tingy with a steal. Brought to you by Rich County Government. Tingy goes coast to coast and lays it up and in with the left hand. Tingy getting in on the action as well on the steal and finish. First it was Kenna, then it was Sage. Saratoga looking for something open. Taylor Bennett launches the three and misses top of the key. McKenna Stacy with the Rebel rebound. Stacy pushes up court. Mackenzie Smith sets a moving screen. The refs don't call it for her, and Stacy makes the layup. It was a seal. It was a great seal, but she was moving. Maybe just because the defense didn't, gave ground. But, I mean, it was the right idea. It was perfect. And I guess if you don't get called for it, it's clean, right? So it was a great idea by Smith and ended in the layup for Stacy. Rebels on top big time. 32-10, a 22-point lead over Saratoga. 3.5 left in the Stacy's Repair second quarter. On the right wing, this is Taylor Bennett, the top of the key. Rebels in a man-to-man defense. Lob to the left block. Turn shot way too high. Jenna Du missed, and Kendall Staple with her third Rebel rebound. Staple dribbles through traffic, gets a couple Panthers to run into each other. Dishes off to Stacy for the right wing three. Off the back iron, no. McKenna chases down the rebound and she's fouled as she starts toward the basket. Samantha Duke, a little too much contact there, and the Rebels will inbound from the baseline. That's a 15 foul against the Saratoga Panthers, I believe. So, yes, Rich will have a Crawford Trough and Randolph inbound play. Already a couple T7 Propane and Woodruff three-point shots for Rich in this one. Allie Wallenstein hit one. Most of their points have come in the paint. Bear Lake Physical Therapy points in the paint, helping Rebels get back in the game since 1998. TJ, left corner. Stacy for the T7 Propane three. Nope, short. Rebound tipped out. Stacy rolls it to TJ. McKee picks it up, dribbles to her left, and then backs it out. Stacy. The top of the key gives to Tingy. Back to McKenna. Looks right and gives again to Tingy. J.C. Corney on the right wing. Lobs into the middle for Smith. Ball poked away. And Saratoga with the steal. On the other end, Wells stops, hesitates, puts it up and in off the window. Wells has 4. 32-12. Rich up by 20. 2:28 left in the Stacy's Repair second quarter. McKenna to the left wing. Tingy back to Stacy. Right corner, or right wing to Cornea. Then the right corner, TJ for three. Yes, splash, nothing but net for TJ McKee. And the T7 Propane and Woodruff three-pointer, 35-12. Rich leads on the Station on Main scoreboard. The other end, Saratoga tries to attack, but defense got back. Rebels in a tight man-to-man. On the left wing, Daly. They work it around the top of the arc. Bounce left side to Sam Theodore, who just checked in. Theodore, then to Bennett. Go inside, miss the shot, and Sage Tingy with the Rebel rebound, her second. Under 2 minutes to go. Stacy's Repair second quarter, and Rich with a big lead, 35-12. Rebels coach Cody Lundgren wanted to play Cokeville at this tournament. He requested that. Rebels, Stacy, right corner 3 off the front iron. No. Tingy with the attempt at a rebound and a jump ball as she and Tasia Daly get wrapped up. Possession arrow, Saratoga. Brown will check into the game for Tingy. Brown, Cornea, McKee, Smith, and Stacy on the floor. Coach Lundgren wanted to play and requested to play Cokeville, which dominated Jackson's JV earlier today on this same court. Cokeville also beat KEMMERER badly earlier today on the main floor. That was right before Rich beat Little Snake River. Would have been a fun matchup to see Rich take on Cokeville. Annie Peart just checked into the game for Rich. Taylor Bennett way out high on the left wing, holding for Saratoga. They're not finding much room to work against this Rebel man-to-man defense, and even less room to make shots. They've made just 2 field goals so far. TJ McKee strips the ball, just swiped at it and took it away. A Rich County government steal. Rebels with a championship cause. TJ up left wing. Stacy fakes the shot, drives in, floats, misses off the back iron. Rebound to Whitney Bennett. Good board. She'll turn and head the other direction. Wants to go coast to coast. TJ stays in front. Good defense. Not a lot of contact. The official from not much further away than we are, or not much closer than we are, calls the foul on McKee. I thought she played good defense. She backed up with the offensive player, and but gets called for the foul. Whitney Bennett at the line. A 1-and-1, and she misses the front end. Ellie Brown with the Rebel rebound. 35-12. Rich up by 23. Skip pass to Brown, right corner. Stacy, long 2. No, off the front iron. TJ tips the rebound away from the defense and saves it to Peart. Good board by McKee. Rebels bench calls out last shot, but a little too much contact from Savannah Wells on Ellie Brown is a 7th team foul, and that'll send Brown to the line to shoot 1-and-1. Ellie this season 63% from the free throw line. 1-and-1 opportunity and misses short. She shakes her head in frustration as soon as she missed it. An air ball, and the rest of the team kind of smiles, chuckles, or just moves on. Brown, you can see the frustration still on her face. 35-12. Rebels on top with 10 seconds to go. Whitney Bennett dribbles to the right wing, kicks it back outside to Taylor. Top of the key, she'll step up to take the 3 and swish it through. Taylor Bennett with her 2nd triple of the game. The other way, Stacy launches one after the buzzer from half court, and it falls short. 35-15 after Bennett buried that 3 at the end of the first half. Rich on top, 35-15 on the station on main scoreboard. Stay tuned. Our halftime report coming up after this on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com. You rely on your vehicle every day. Make sure your ride gets the best service, repairs, and maintenance possible. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff provides the highest quality, the latest technology, and the newest equipment to give your vehicle the absolute best auto care available. Family owned and operated since 1992, your friends at Stacy's Repair promise to always deliver value and outstanding, honest, and knowledgeable service, regardless of repair size or difficulty. Stacy's Repair, the ones who truly care.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activities, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
Early Oregon-bound immigrants traveled through the Bear Lake Valley. U.S. Highway 30 basically follows the Oregon Trail. Many wagon trains stopped at Thomas L. Pegleg Smith Trading Post, located near Dingle, Idaho, for supplies. One traveler wrote of camping along Cotton Line Bear River, watching grass as tall as a man wave in the wind. Today, you don't have to ride in a wagon to visit Bear Lake Valley, but the rich history is still here to enjoy. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds. Plus job listings, fun giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch live as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches, catch up on local and regional news, and get accurate weather conditions and forecasts. Visit mylocalradio.com, like us on Facebook, and stream it all now.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
More than 1,300 rural hospitals were evaluated, and for the third year in a row, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital placed in the top 100 for quality as well as best practices and critical access, with a 24-hour emergency department, orthopedics, home health, a residential nursing home, physical therapy, surgical services, family doctors, chemotherapy, dialysis, and more. So, when it comes to your health, make sure you're seen by the best. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires and offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Welcome to the halftime show, and some first half highlights brought to you by the town of Randolph coming up. The Rebels at the half, a 35-15 lead. Rich led by as much as 23 points in this first half. And, yeah, that was their biggest lead, but a 20-point lead at the half, and McKenna Stacy leading all scorers. In fact, she herself has scored 3 points more than Saratoga has, 35-15. We'll take a quick break and be back with those Town of Randolph highlights when we return on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
Established in 1870, Randolph, Utah is home to the rich Rebels, to hardy people of high character, and to values of dedication, honesty, hard work, education, and respect for self and others. Randolph is also home to friendly folks who love their families, their town, and their neighbors. Count yourself a neighbor whenever you visit Randolph, Utah. Mayor Lynn Weston and the Town Council of Randolph wish the rich Rebels good luck and invite you to visit anytime.
Super kids deserve super care. Experience the difference with board-certified pediatricians Alan Brown, MD, and Bird Gilmartin, MD, at Uinta Medical Group. Whether it's tracking your child's overall health at Well Child Checks or helping your little ones feel better when they're sick, Dr. Brown and Dr. Gilmartin are here to help your child grow, learn, and thrive. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Brown or Dr. Gilmartin by calling 307-789-WELL 9355 or visit evanstonanytime.com.
35-15 at the half. The Rebels on top of the Saratoga Panthers. A couple of 1A opponents. Of course, the Rebels from Utah, Saratoga from Wyoming. But Rich dominating so far in this one. And an 18-point first half for McKenna Stacy. She has scored 27 in 3 different games, twice last year and once against South Summit this year. So still a little ways off from her career high. And considering the score, I wouldn't expect to see her a whole lot in the second half, except that depth may be, I don't know if it's an issue, but it's something to consider because the Rebel JV team will play another game later today. First half highlights are brought to you by the Town of Randolph, Mayor Lynn Weston, board members Sim Bell, Brian Wires, Larry Kennedy, Melanie Lim, and Clerk Lana Peart. And the Rebels with a couple of highlights midway through the second quarter. On consecutive possessions, the Rebels got a steal and then a layup on the other end. The first time it was McKenna Stacy with the steal, and then she went coast to coast. The very next possession for Saratoga, Sage Tingy got a steal and went coast to coast for the layup. Tingy had 5, Allie Wallentyne 5 in the first half, Sydney Hatch 4, and Taylor McKee 3. I got Eliana Brown with 5 rebounds in that first half. And again, McKenna Stacy, 18 points. Taylor Bennett led the Saratoga Panthers with 8. Savannah Wells had 4. And then 1 apiece from Tasia Daly, Whitney Bennett, and Shelby Notwell. The Panthers, 15 free throws in that first half, but they only made 7 of them, so less than 50% from the free throw line. And I guess that makes sense. As a team, they're a 51% free throw shooting team. So that's where we're at the half. 35-15, Rebels on top. And we're at the half. This halftime highlights have been brought to you by the Town of Randolph, Mayor Lynn Weston, board members Sim Bell, Brian Wires, Larry Kennedy, Melanie Lim, and clerk Lana Peart. At this Rebel girls game, and then as soon as this one's over, I'll pack up and head over to Rich High School, cover the boys against Westside tonight. Rebel girls will get back at it tomorrow with a 3 o'clock tip-off against Farson Eden. Our pregame coverage will start at 2:20, and that'll be followed by the boys at Bear Lake tomorrow night as well. All right, stay tuned. We've got the rest of the halftime show and then our Epic Recreation third quarter when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. Pam Cornea with Town & Country Realty in beautiful Bear Lake enthusiastically supports the Rich High Rebels.
After all, I raised 4 of them, from football, basketball, wrestling to volleyball. I supported them all. I bleed blue.
The Caribbean of the Rockies, Bear Lake, offers a variety of activities in every season. Pam would love to assist you in finding your own Bear Lake retreat. Call her today, 435-779-0012.
In Rich County, we know that our children are our future. Helping our kids grow into kind, productive adults is a community effort. This is Rolene Kennedy, Auto Farm Chevrolet's Rich County representative, serving my neighbors for more than 20 years. My kids are Rich High School graduates. When you need a vehicle, come and see me, new or pre-owned. I'll always treat you with respect and honesty, the Rich County way. Auto Farm Chevrolet, we're a community-driven dealer. Go Rebels!
This presentation of Rich High School Athletics on MyLocalRadio.com is brought to you by these Rebel Sports Boosters, LSR Refrigerated, and the Walletines in Garden City. Darren, Tricia, and the entire Walletine clan wish the Rebels good luck. And by Cat Answer Technical Services, proudly supporting the Rich Rebels. The staff at Cat Answer Technical Services wish the Rebels good luck on the field, on the court, in the classroom, and in life.
In today's world, with so many places to shop and so many options to choose from, sometimes you have to boil it down to one simple question: where do I get treated the best? At Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, we work hard to make sure every customer knows how much we appreciate them. We love what we do, and we believe in the products we sell. Our goal is to build a lasting friendship with every customer so we can serve you and your family for generations. Visit us today, Cash Honda Yamaha, 3765 US 91, Hyde Park, Utah.
$35-15 at the half on the Station on Main scoreboard. Rebels in the home whites, Saratoga in the road purples with yellow numbers, or gold numbers probably is what they would call it. As we get set for second half action, thank you for tuning in to the halftime show. Rebels come out with Stacy, Wallentine, Hatch, Tingy, and Cornea. JC got about 45 seconds of game time in the first half and then got into a little foul trouble and sat the rest of the first half. Rebels working around. Wallentine left elbow jumper, rattles in. About a 12-footer from the left side, 37-15. Rich with a quick strike score. And on the left wing, Daly holds. Rebels in a zone, 2-3 zone. Taylor Bennett at the top of the key, left side. Gives up to Dew. Jenna holding, then a long skip pass, right side. And Savannah Wells looked for a pass, drugged the pivot foot, and is whistled for the walk. Wallentine into Stacy. McKenna looks to Coach Lundgren on the bench. He's looking down underneath where Saratoga is set up in what looks like a 2-3 zone as well. Tingy on the right wing. Bounces inside into the middle. Cornea steps through the D. Can't get the shot to go, but what a pass from Tingy. I don't know how she found that passing lane. It didn't look like there was one from this angle, but yeah, Tingy makes a nice pass. Cornea is fouled, missed the shot, but JC's at the line shooting 2. JC, a 56% free throw shooter coming into the game. Remember last year she was a bit streaky. She would, at one point I think it was at Manila, she hit like 8 in a row. She hits this first one. And a second one coming. Couple dribbles, eyes the target, and misses off the back iron. Tingy with the Rebel offensive rebound. Back outside to Stacy, and the Rebels reset, leading 38-15. This matches their biggest lead of the ball game, 23 points. Tingy on the left wing. Looks and gives to Stacy. McKenna, couple ball fakes. Fake a pass to make a pass. Free throw line. Hatch turns. Dishes right corner. Wallentine open three. Swish. Nope, not quite a swish, but knocks it down. Wallentine with 10 in the game, 41-15. Rich up by 26. That's a T7 Propane and Woodruff three-pointer for Allie Wallentine, her second of the ball game. Maybe a candidate for the Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Chevrolet shot of the game. We're also looking for the LSR refrigerated adjustment of the game. Three-point shot, top of the key. Swish through for Savannah Wells, I believe. Yes, it was Wells. She's got 7 in the ball game. Wallentine inside to Cornea. Gets the pass just past the defense. Cornea pulls it in with one hand, turns, and hits off the window. 43-18. Left wing, another three-point attempt by Saratoga. This time it was Taylor Bennett, and she missed. She's got 2 threes already in this game, but couldn't get that one to go. A 25-point Rebel lead, 43-18 on the Station on Main scoreboard. The Station on Main, how convenient. They've got the coldest drinks in town, the delicious hot deli food, and so much more at the Station on Main. Wallentine into Stacy. Just about 2 minutes gone by in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Epic Recreation for all your rentals in Bear Lake. Visit epicrecreation.net. Stacy dribbles into a double team, kicks it across to Wallentine, long two, rattles out, rebound, Sydney Hatch, Rebel offensive board. Tingy back out to Wallentine and then to Stacy to reset the offense. McKenna dribbles to her right, left wing. Tingy across the top, Wallentine open, but dishes off to Stacy in the right corner, dribbles past the D, pulls up and misses off the front iron. Tingy pulls down another Rebel offensive rebound. Out to Stacy on the left wing, triple is in. McKenna with her first T7 Propane and triple of this contest, 46-18, Rich up by 28. T7 Propane and Woodruff three-pointer by Stacy puts her at 21 points in the game. Saratoga works it around the arc, into the middle. Wallentine pokes it away. Rich County Government steal. Ahead to Stacy to go to the other end and lay it up. She almost missed it, but she didn't pull a Steiny. She did make it. 48-18. I'd have probably dribbled it off my leg and out of bounds. Ball poked away. Stacy got a finger on it, and Wallentine comes up with the Rich County Government steal to the other end, and Tingy just does it herself, goes to the hole and finishes with the right hand. 50-18, a 32-point Rebel lead. Inside, down on the right block, turn, shot, missed by Wells, and J.C. Cornea with the Rebel rebound, her first. Stacy up to the right side, into the key. Free throw line, out to Tingy, and she travels. The Rebels have really taken care of the ball well against Saratoga. I've got Rich with just 5 turnovers. I think I missed 1 or 2 in the first quarter. But regardless, if they're at about 5-6 turnovers in this game, that's excellent. Amanda Schultez checks into the game for the first time, number 14. Sage Tingy gets a breather. Sage with a handful of rebounds, I think 4 by my tally, 7 points. And with Rich on top, 50-18, 4:23 left in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Not well, they work it around. Shot from the right elbow missed, and J.C. Cornea has the Rebel board. Off to Stacy. McKenna pushes up court. And I think we've got a running clock at this point. Stacy to the top of the key, left wing to Schultez. Skip pass, right wing, Wallentine for 3. Ooh, it rattles out. At the angle I had made it look right on target, but it just didn't quite drop. Rebound to Saratoga. They push up to the left side. Taylor Bennett to Wells. Dribbles back out to the left wing, across to the top, to the right side to Daly. Dribbles in, tried to shoot. Defense there, and then a shot, and Sydney Hatch stuffs it. Hatch with the defensive McKay Frankham Dental Services precision play of the game. Dental services at reasonable rates for the whole family. McKay Frankham DDS. Wallentine, long 2 from the right angle, misses. Stacy fighting for the rebound, tips it out of bounds. Saratoga basketball. Into the game, Mad Dog, Maddie Weston, a junior, has made a couple appearances in varsity action this year, averages 1 point and half a rebound per game. I think she's only gotten into 2 games. Kendall Staple, the lone senior on the court, with T.J. McKee, Amanda Schultz, Maddie Weston, and J.C. Cornea also on the floor. Strong shot from the top of the key, off the glass, around the iron, and out. Amanda Schultz with the Rebel board. TJ quickly up court. J.C. on the right wing. Korn dribbles once and gives to Schultz at the top of the key. Down to the right corner. TJ thought about the three, instead drives by the D, lofts it to the top of the key. Quick ball movement, and Staple on the left block into the middle to Cornea. Right side misses just short from 10 feet out. Gets her own rebound up off the window. No. Rebound tipped into the middle. Staple tries to shoot, and she's fouled. And Kendall will head to the free throw line for a pair of Bear Lake Realty free throws. Maybe it's a 40-point lead to have that running clock, because it's stopped at 2:42. That would make more sense than 30, I guess. Staple at the line. First one rims out. Nope. Kendall averages 1 point, 1 rebound per game. Getting better minutes or more minutes here in this one. I've got her with 4 rebounds. Ellie Brown checks in for J.C. Cornea. Staples' second shot attempt. Bouncing in. So she hits the second Bear Lake Realty free throw, and Rich leads 51-18. 2:39 left to go in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Whitney Bennett to Notwell. Dribbles to her right, double team comes. Rebel still in a zone, 2-3 defense. Skip across, Duke, quick jumper from the left angle, misses, and Brown, great box out, pulls down the rebound, throws it up court off the back of the foot of Amanda Schultz. She wasn't looking for the outlet pass, and a collision between Whitney Bennett and Ellie Brown, trying to stop Bennett on the drive attempt. Marked down Ellie's 6th rebound by my tally in this game. And Notwell will inbound for Saratoga, 51-18, Rich on top. 2:16 left in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Inbound, and Whitney Bennett rattles home her first field goal of the game. She averages 12 points per game, has just 3 so far in this one. 51-20, Rich up by 31. Staple, top of the key to TJ. McKee fakes right, goes to her left, hesitates, all the way to the hoop, then dishes across the lane. Schultz with the bucket, and they're saying that McKee stepped on the baseline. So Rich turns it over before Schultz can hit the shot. Would have been Amanda's first bucket of the game. But instead, Saratoga with the basketball. Notwell, left side. Staple deflects a pass, but Saratoga keeps it. Inside, good ball movement. Drop it in, and Bennett, nope. Offensive rebound and the putback up and in for Sam Theodore. 51-22. Staple on the left wing. 2-3 zone defense from Saratoga. Schultz gets it on the right wing. Ball stripped away, and reaching in for the push is Samantha Duke. She picks up her second. Rich will inbound from the sideline. Timeouts in this one are brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental. Steals by Rich County Government. Rebels with a championship cause. Taylor Cornea checks into the game. So you've got Schultz, Staple, McKee, Cornea, and Brown on the floor. McKee right corner to Schultz. Up top and around the arc, Staple on the left wing. 128. Rebels working it around, looking inside, trying to find something, or maybe that open three. McKee skips it across. Cornea, one dribble, skips it back to McKee. TJ to Staple at the top. Back to the right wing. Looking inside, Amanda Schultz posted up, looking for the backdoor over-the-top pass, but dangerous with Tasia Daly on the backside defending in that 2-3 zone. Cornea, left corner. McKee steps up. She gets a couple calls from the bench. Shoot it, but she's playing patient. Goes back up top to Cornea. Taylor dribbles, dishes off. Schultz, a little slow on the release, and shot is blocked from the right baseline. Whitney Bennett, heading the other way, and Taylor Cornea reaches over the shoulder, knocks the ball out of Bennett's hands, but that's certainly a foul, and that's what the whistle's for. So Taylor Cornea, the junior, picks up her first personal. Rebel first team foul the second half. 48 seconds left in the Epic Recreation third quarter. And the first one swishes through. Whitney Bennett. Make it 2 of 4 from the free throw line in this game. Officials, a quick conference to confirm, I don't know, foul count, who the foul was on. They'll say it was actually on Kendall Staple, her second. I thought it was on Taylor, but Staple was right there defensively as well. Whitney's second free throw doesn't go. Ellie Brown has the rebound, and I've got that as her 7th. Staple up to the left wing, picks up the dribble and gives to TJ. In the left corner, up top, Brown. Again to Staple. Rebels work it around the arc. Staple again with 30 seconds to go. Coach Lundgren calling for patience and a final shot if that's in the cards. Cornea around to the left wing. Staple looks inside, nothing there. TJ, left corner 3, open. She'll take it and swish it through. Her second T7 Propane and Woodruff triple of the game, 54-23. Right corner 3, nope, short by Tasia Daly, off the window and then the front iron. Brown with the rebound. TJ, 3 teammates up off the bench saying shoot that. Buzzer beater before the halftime, but she doesn't. 54-23, Rich on top as we head for the fourth quarter. Our third period has been brought to you by Epic Recreation on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net. We take your fun very seriously. That's why we put so much emphasis on training and experience with our mechanics at Cash Honda Yamaha. Whether you're getting it ready for an upcoming season, putting it away for the winter, having routine maintenance, or have a mechanical problem, we want to make sure that when you're ready to have fun with it, it's ready for you. Don't trust your fun to just anyone. Make sure you bring all your service work to Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley.
I think I mistakenly said earlier that a 30-point lead, it would be a running clock, but I think it's actually at a 40-point lead. Rich leading 54-23 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Saratoga will get the ball to start fourth quarter action. Brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Count on us to care. Rebels come out with Cornea, Hatch, Tingy, Stacy, and Wallentyne. In a zone defense, 2-3, with Stacy and Wallentyne up top. Tingy, Hatch, and Cornea underneath. Bennett forces one up, misses short on an air ball, but an offensive rebound by Tasia Daly keeps the possession in the hands of the Panthers. Daly inside to Bennett, pivots around, double team comes, pivots and kicks it back outside for the long 2, which rattles home Savannah Wells, who now has 7, 8, 9 points in the game. 54-25, Rebel lead at 29. Stacy, free throw line to Hatch, turns, lobs inside, looking for Cornea. It's deflected away. Tingy comes up with it, mishandles it, saves it from going out of bounds, off to Stacy for another 2. She's got 25, and the Rebels lead 56-25. To the left wing, Bennett down in the corner. Daly, give it inside. Whitney Bennett across the lane. Nice pass, but unable to finish was Jenna Dew, the senior, and Taylor Tingy, or Sage Tingy rather, has the Rebel rebound. I've got that as her 5th. Wallentyne way out high on the right wing to Tingy. Left side, and she throws it away. Good read by Jenna Dew. Steals it, goes to the other end, stops, and Tingy stuffs it, but right into the hands of Taylor Bennett, who misses the shot. Then Sydney Hatch and Whitney Bennett get tied up in a jump ball. Brought to you by Mound Valley Cattle Company, Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. Wallentyne inbounds to Stacy as the Rebels have possession arrow in this fourth quarter. 6:40 left in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth. Stacy across the timeline, Rebels attacking left to right in the home whites. Goes free throw line. Tingy slices through the D, misses the shot, but draws the foul. I don't know. I would, if you could put a number on shots that Tingy takes that end up with her at the free throw line, it's like 50-50. Just about half the shots, maybe more than that, but she gets to the free throw line a lot. These will be her 5th and 6th free throws, and she's only attempted about 6 shots today. Misses the front end. Tingy hit her first 3. She's missed 2 in a row. Her percentages would tell you that she'll make this next one. Coach Lundgren calls a timeout, a 30-second. We'll take one as well. Brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
More than 1,300 rural hospitals were evaluated, and for the 3rd year in a row, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital placed in the top 100 for quality as well as best practices and critical access, with a 24-hour emergency department, orthopedics, home health, a residential nursing home, physical therapy, surgical services, family doctors, chemotherapy, dialysis, and more. So, when it comes to your health, make sure you're seen by the best. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
Sage Tingy at the line. Rebels keep the same lineup in there. Coach Lundgren just wanted to make some kind of adjustment. And Tingy's second Bear Lake Realty free throw, back iron and down through 57-25. Rich leads. Tingy has 8. Rebels 8 of 13 from the free throw line in the ball game. Long skip pass. Tingy tips it, and then it was deflected off of the hands of Jenna Dew and out of bounds. Rebel basketball. They forced another turnover. I've got that as Saratoga's 17th turnover. And compare that or contrast that with Rich's, I've got with 7 turnovers in the ball game. That's a big difference. Not the difference, but certainly a difference. Stacy, right side. Tingy drives baseline, tries to wrap around a pass to Corney, and is taken away. Saratoga's Whitney Bennett up court. Stacy hounding her, trying to get the ball away. Tingy comes in and helps and gets a little too close. Contact for the foul. And Tingy picks up her, is that just her first? I got that as Sage Tingy's first. That can't be right. We're in the 4th quarter. Oh, it is. Tingy's first personal foul. Dew on the right wing fires a pass inside. Daly turns, shoots, and misses too strong off the window. Tingy with the Rebel rebound. A full line change substitution. 5 players set to sub in for the Rebels. Wallenstein to Corney on the right corner. Up top, Stacy comes to the ball on a dangerous pass. Tingy left wing, lobs inside, too strong for Hatch. Looking inside, and the Rebels give it away. And here comes the full line change. Brown, Smith, Lamborn, Staple, and McKee on the floor. All the other Rebels out. That may be it for those 5. Stacy with 25, Tingy with 8, Wallenstein 10 points, Hatch 4, and Cornea 3. A lot of different Rebels in on the scoring today. 57-25. Rich on top, big over Saratoga. Left wing, Daly holds. 1 dribble, and then up top to Notwell. She'll dribble to her right. Lamborn defending well. Lamborn defending on Notwell. She got it back in the right corner, and Brown reaches in. Shakes her head following the whistle. Grandpa laughs as Brown just picked up her 4th. She's feeling frustrated with herself in this game, and you can see the frustration, the negatives. She hasn't scored. She's missed a couple of bunny shots type thing, has 4 fouls, but the positive, she's close to double digits in rebounds. Inbound to Notwell. She misses, gets her own board, misses again. Daly with the rebound. She puts that one in. Rebels did not box out on that possession. 57-27. Lead down to 30. 5 minutes left in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital 4th quarter. We'll have a very brief post-game show. Wrap this thing up, and then I'll head to Randolph to cover the Rebel boys tonight against Westside. Right corner, McKee for the triple. No, it rattles out. Rebound into the hands of Daly. Smith started to contest, then just backed off. Saratoga pushes up the right side. Taylor Bennett, ball poked away by Brown. Careful not to pick up her 5th. Bennett pivots around, the dribbles once, ball stripped away off of Bennett's foot and back out to her teammate, Shelby Notwell. The freshman dribbles right, gives to Whitney Bennett, and then to a cutting Savannah Wells, who misses, and Mackenzie Smith has the Rebel rebound. TJ quickly up court. Lamborn into Brown. Ellie back outside. McKee to Lamborn. She'll take the 3. May have had a toe on the line, missed it. Brown contests the rebound, but Whitney Bennett has it for Saratoga. She'll weave through everybody, drive to the hoop, and miss the shot. Smith pulls the rebound away from Notwell, out of bounds to Saratoga. Daly to inbound. 4:07 left to go in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth, and Rich on top, 57-27. Inbound play executed perfectly. Rebel defense was screened off, and Wells finishes on the left side. Puts Wells at 11 points in the ball game. Taylor Bennett has 8. She hit 2 threes in the first half for Saratoga. Staple to Brown, left corner. McKee holding. TJ dribbles a few times, away from some pressure, dishes off to Staple. Kendall, one dribble, misses too hard off the window. Rebound tipped out, and Wells has it. She'll push up the left side. Brown, a little too much contact from behind, and Ellie just fouled out. 23 indeed. That was Eliana Brown. I've got her with 9 rebounds. That's unofficial. 3:35 left in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth, and Amanda Schultz gets in to the ball game. Mackenzie Smith, TJ McKee, Brittany Lamborn, and Kendall Staple also on the floor for Rich. Olivia Everett, a freshman, checks in for Saratoga. This is the first time I think that we've seen her today. Taylor Bennett shoots the 3 left wing and misses. Mackenzie Smith, the Rebel rebound, gives to TJ. Long pass ahead to Lamborn. She bobbles it, but still gets the shot to go. And Brittany Lamborn has her first varsity basket with that fast break layup. Maybe your Rolling Kennedy at Auto Farm Chevrolet play of the game. The long pass from TJ McKee to Brittany Lamborn for the layup. Saratoga with the ball in the left wing. Taylor Bennett, top of the key, guarded man-to-man by Kendall Staple. Whitney Bennett in the lane, pivots around, good move, misses the shot on the left side, and Smith had the rebound. She's pushed from behind by Shelby Notwell. That knocked the ball loose, and they'll call the foul on Notwell. Give Smith her 3rd rebound of the game, and the Rebels inbound, leading 59-29, and under 3 minutes to go in this Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth. McKee crosses over, free throw line, lobs inside looking for Smith, and just lobbed it a little too far. TJ laughs at herself for that misfire on the pass, and Rebels set up in the defense. 55, make it 59-29. Rebels built a 22-8 first quarter lead, and they've never looked back, just continued to extend that lead. 30 points, I think, is as big as it's gotten. Actually, 31 it got up to. Saratoga answers a quick basket, 59-31. Out on the left wing, TJ dribbles to the top of the key. 2-3 zone defense for Saratoga. Right side, Schultz open for 3, but didn't take the shot. She's looking somewhere else. Staple, left wing, McKee inside, finds Lamborn, but mishandles the pass, gives instead to Schultz. It rims around up to the glass and then back down through. Schultz with the bucket, 61-31. Rich back up by 30. Rebels led by as much as 32 points earlier in this quarter. That was their biggest lead. Left side, Taylor Bennett. Hands off to Everett. Olivia turns, tries to shoot. Lamborn gets a hand on it for the jump ball, brought to you by Mound Valley Cattle Company. Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. And almost another full line change. Rebels, Schultz stays in there, but Ambria Lutz, Annie Peart, Taylor Cornea, and Maddie Weston check into the ball game. Rebels set up defensively with 1:47 to go. Quick inbound and a quick 3. Missed short. Notwell chases down the rebound, but Lutz pokes it away from behind. Ambria chases it down, goes to the hole, and misses. A little too strong on the layup attempt. Rebound to Saratoga. Notwell pushing the other way. She's blocked from behind, out of bounds off of Rich. And Lutz hustling both ends of the floor was the one that blocked that shot. Notwell inbounds to Kylie Consine, the senior. They work it around left side and back to Everett. Olivia switched pivot feet twice. At this point, I'm not worried about it. It's just part of the game, right? I mean, just observing what happened. Whitney Bennett at the free throw line, kicks it out right side of Consine. Then to the right wing. Savannah Wells gets away with a travel, hits the 3. Wells having herself a nice game. She's got 14 points. 61-34. Right wing, Cornea holds. Schultz on the left wing. Under a minute to go, Rich will improve to 10-2 this season, and Saratoga will drop to 4-6. Taylor Corney, a long pass looking inside, too long, and Rich turns it over for the 10th time in the game, but that's the 4th time in the quarter, so they've really taken care of the ball well in this one against Saratoga. Something they'll need to do against if they face teams like Whitehorse or Monument Valley at the state tournament. Stop, pull-up jumper, short for not well, I think it was. Rebels with the rebound. Ambria Lutz, coast to coast. No, she'll kick it back outside. Schultez the long two, short. Amanda pulls down her own rebound in the corner and dribbles it off the foot of Olivia Everett. So Rebel basketball. Annie Peart to inbound on the Crawford Trough and Randolph inbound play. Dishes off to Schultez. Back to Peart, who puts it up and in. 63 make it to 34. 63-34. 12 seconds to go. Bennett outside. Long two off the window and in for Kylie Consine. Lutz crosses the timeline, looks at the clock with 3-2, and launches it just before the buzzer. Misses just short. 63-36 the final. Rich with the win over Saratoga. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with a very brief post-game show and then pack up and head over to Rich High School for the boys' game against Westside. Stay tuned. The Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. You rely on your vehicle every day. Make sure your ride gets the best service, repairs, and maintenance possible. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff provides the highest quality, the latest technology, and the newest equipment to give your vehicle the absolute best auto care available. Family owned and operated since 1992, your friends at Stacy's Repair promise to always deliver value and outstanding, honest, and knowledgeable service, regardless of repair size or difficulty. Stacy's Repair, the ones who truly care.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Back at Kemmerer High School, we're in the auxiliary gym where the Rebels just took care of Saratoga Panthers. Rich improves to 10-2, and it's time for your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Jimmy John's at 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fresh and fast meet. That's Jimmy John's. And the Rebels jumped out to a quick lead against Saratoga. Rich led 8-3 right out of the gate and extended that lead out to 22-8 by the end of the first quarter. By halftime, Rich had pushed that lead out to 20 points, and by the middle of the fourth Rich led by as much as 32. Rich went on to win 63-36. McKenna Stacy led 10 Rebels who scored with 25 points. Allie Wallenstein also in double figures with 10, and Sage Tingy had 8. And again, 10 different Rebels scored, and a good offensive performance. Pretty decent defensive performance as well, holding Saratoga to 36 in the contest, and Rich wins 63-36 to improve to 10-2 this season. It's your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Jimmy John's at 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fresh and fast meet. We're going to move quickly along in our post-game show. We got to get packed up and head out to Rich High School for the Rebels boys game against Westside. So jumping into the Rolling Kennedy at Auto Farm Chevrolet shot of the game, and that goes to I think we'll make that the free throws. Rebels in the first half, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. We had some good long twos and some three-point shots hit by the Rebels, but the free throws made quite a difference. And Rich was very efficient from the free throw line in that first half, 5 of 7. So there's your Rolling Kennedy shot of the game. Rolling Kennedy Auto Farm Chevrolet play of the game came in the second quarter, and it was actually on successive plays where on 2 consecutive possessions, McKenna Stacy had a steal, took it to the other end, laid it in. The very next Saratoga possession, Sage Tingy got a steal and took it to the other end and scored. That made the lead 20 at that point, 30-10. So there's your Rolene Kennedy play of the game. LSR Refrigerated adjustment of the game. LSR Refrigerated in Garden City. Darren, Tricia, and the entire Wallenstein family wish the Rebels good luck. And that adjustment was Rich attacking the basket. They only shot 2 free throws in the entire first half against Little Snake River this morning or earlier today. And in this game against Saratoga, Rich, you could see a concerted effort to attack the hoop, get some higher percentage shots, get the ball down inside, and score some Bear Lake physical therapy points in the paint. They did that well, and it paid off as they got to the free throw line more and scored 35 points in the first half. That's your LSR refrigerated adjustment of the game. And the McKay Frankham Dental Services precision play of the game, that came in the fourth quarter. The Rebels were up big, and so it wasn't the moment in the game that made it significant or made it the precision play of the game, but it was the players who did it. A couple gals that'll be a part of a very bright future to continue Rich Rebel girls basketball. TJ McKee had the ball, was pushing the tempo. Brittany Lamborn released early, got out in front of everybody. McKee made the long pass and hit Lamborn right in stride. Brittany bobbled it a bit, but collected it quickly enough to put the layup up and in. It was a pretty play, great execution on the fast break, and just a perfect pass in stride from TJ to Brittany Lamborn for the finish. Precision play of the game brought to you by McKay Frankham Dental Services at reasonable rates. Another candidate for that precision play was Sydney Hatch's block midway through the third quarter. Great defensive block by Sydney. And I think that'll just about do it for the McKay Frankham Dental Services precision play of the game. At 170 Arrowhead Drive, number 1, that's McKay Frankham DDS. That'll do it for our post-game show. Again, we got to get wrapped up and head over to Rich High School. The quicker I get over there, the more coverage or the less of the game I will miss. I think I'm at a point right now where I could get over there and get on air before the game starts. So that's what we'll shoot for. Again, Rebel boys basketball against Westside tonight. Tip-off scheduled for 7 o'clock. We'll have that coming up here on KEDQ. In the meantime, we thank our camera operator, Gary McKee. We thank our production staff back in the studio of A.J. Lamb and Alyssa McDaniel. And I'm Ryan Steineckert. We'll talk with you again very soon.
You've been tuned in to Rich High School basketball on Rebel Radio, KADQ-FM 98.3, with live video online at mylocalradio.com. Today's broadcast has been brought to you by these Rebel supporting businesses and individuals: Evanston Regional Hospital, Plains Tire of Evanston, by Weststar Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, The Store, by the Come On In of Casper, Auto Farm Chevrolet, the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, and by mylocalradio.com. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of mylocalradio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the expressed written consent of Old West Media. Our executive producer is Val Cook. We thank our office manager, Kayleen Anderson, and our sales manager, Julie Burley, along with Evanston's Elin Olive, the Bridger Valley's Jake Hibbard, and production group Preston Bush, AJ Lamb, and Alyssa McDaniel. Biggest thanks to all of our sponsors and to you for tuning in. We invite you to visit mylocalradio.com for archived games and past interviews with Rebel players and coaches. And like mylocalradio.com on Facebook to stay up to date with game broadcasts. Thank you for joining us on this presentation of Rich Rebel Basketball on KADQ-FM 98.3 and online at mylocalradio.com. Until next time.